Hey friends, it's Sin and I'm back to do another review of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. This is for Season 2, Episode 13, Sticks and Stones. So we're going to start off with Devin and Ji-hoon. We know last episode they had that drama and danger because, Drusilla almost ran to the street. Ji-hoon decided to not run after her as fast as Devin would like, and when Devin said, go after her, Ji-hoon said, don't yell at me. Then he went after Drusilla. Ooh, gosh. So we know that Devin and Ji-hoon aren't doing the best, even though they're just sticking it out for now. But this episode actually takes a turn for the positive. It is Taeyoung's 100-day birthday. So in South Korea, they said they celebrate 100 days because there was a point where a lot of babies died before they reached 100 days old. So now it's a celebration. Ji-hoon is talking to Devin and he's telling her that she's going to have to go to his mother's house to help cook because it's a tradition for the 100-day, I'm about to say birthday, the 100-day celebration. So that's what she has to do. And Devin like, oh gosh, this is stressful. I gotta be cooking with your mother. She don't even like me like that. She like, I just feel like his mother tolerates me when she's talking to the camera. And I was like, girl, you was definitely right. She don't like her like that. She really don't. So it's not a feeling, it's the truth. She does go over to Ji-hoon's mother's house and they're cooking together. Ji-hoon's mother is trying to show Devin how to slice the carrots really thinly. And she's just like, and showing her she's chopping it. Devin don't got it. Devin trying, but these carrots coming out thick. They don't look the way Ji-hoon's mother wants them to look. So, she's laughing at her a little bit. She's like, no, girl, no, you're doing it all wrong. Slice them thinner. So they're, using the translator to talk to each other. And Devin's like, yeah, where I'm from, it doesn't really matter because it's all about the taste. Nobody cares about the cut. I feel like she shouldn't have said that. Because, everybody knows if you're cooking, everybody likes to be cooking a certain way. And if she wants you to slice the carrots thinly, slice the goddamn carrots thinly. I don't understand. And I'm not a fan of Ji-hoon's mother. I think she's annoying and she coddles Ji-hoon. And she's a little rude sometimes. But when it comes to this instance, Devin, just slice the carrots the way she wants you to. It doesn't make any sense. But Devin is also talking to Ji-hoon's mother and she's just like, oh, and what do you expect of me as a, daughter-in-law? And Ji-hoon's mom was like, yeah, I don't expect a lot. And that made Devin a little upset. She's like, oh, so she don't expect nothing from me? Yeah, because she don't like you like that. That's why. But besides that, Ji-hoon's mother is just like, at the party, just say hello to everyone. Don't do a lot of talking. And Devin was a little offended because she felt like she didn't want her to talk to anyone. I don't even know if that's actually how his mother meant it. I think that she meant it's going to be a lot of people there. Just make sure you say hi and thank you. Maybe she was trying to make sure Devin was polite, even though I feel like Devin would have been polite. I was confused by that situation, honestly. Devin seemed to get more upset about it than I thought she should, because I really don't think she's trying to say, don't talk to anyone, I think she's just trying to tell her at the party, say hi, say bye. But whatever. They get to the party super cute. Taeyoung looks adorable in his little outfit. They put on some traditional Korean outfits for the party. Everybody looks cute. I do wish that Devin would have washed and did something with Drusilla's hair. She be having that baby running around with her hair looking a mess. I don't know why she be doing that to her. It ain't right. It's not right. Fix her hair for the party, okay? But the party goes really well. Everybody's having a good time. Only problem, Devin's mother is not really feeling Ji-hoon still. She still is seething about the fact that he decided to yell at Devin instead of go get Drusilla, which, of course, that makes sense. And but she says she's putting that aside for the party, which she does, and everybody has a good time. Devin is afraid that his family isn't going to accept her, but they're really sweet. His aunts like her. They said they were worried, but it's good. They think she's adorable. His grandmother gives approval, and she gives money for the baby. Everything is just happy and great, and they all clapping. So it's really sweet that his family accepts her. And the grandmother says she accepts Drusilla as her grandchild as well. So everything is going well on that front. The biggest issue with them is definitely going to be Devin mother and Ji-hoon, and Devin being able to trust Ji-hoon. Even though we do see, my last point, that when Devin goes to Ji-hoon's mother's house to cook, Ji-hoon says he's going to take Drusilla outside for a walk, and Devin's like, okay, make sure you hold her hand. keep hold of her hand. It's like she has to make sure that he, isn't gonna just let go of her, and she's afraid. She's honestly afraid for her child's safety with him around. And Alicia, Devin's mother, also says in the episode that leaving the children with Ji-hoon is like leaving them with a teenager, which probably is right. So that is a big issue, and honestly, I wouldn't leave my children with him. I wouldn't. It's just the truth. I just don't think they would be safe. Look, I wouldn't let him take her on a walk. Nah, not when you thought it was more important to yell at somebody than to go catch a child who's in danger. So, nope, that would be a no for me. But that is it with them. It was like the party was super cute and the family accepted her, so that was all really nice. Then it is Biniam, aka Baby, and Ariella. They have a very short section. They're taking Ariel's mother to the airport. She's going back to America. She is leaving Ethiopia. So Ariella is having a breakdown. She is super sad that her mother is leaving. She is crying. She going in. She is sad. I understand. She's going to be in the country by herself. She's going to have no parents, no friends, but she didn't think about this, and it's really hitting her now. Like, literally knocking her over, hitting her, because she just decided to push it to the back of her head. I felt like she didn't deal with the fact that she was leaving everyone, and she kind of stored it away. And the second her mother started leaving, the doors came flooding open, and she couldn't control it. She could not control his emotions. Ariella's mother is like, yeah, she is glad that Biniam does treat Ariella really well. And before they leave, Ariella and her mother have a conversation, and she's just asking, is Biniam going to have more time for Ariella because he has to do a lot of work, and who's going to be cooking, and are they getting a stove, just regular questions. But Ariella says they're going to buy a stove, and that Biniam, he only make ramen. And here Ariella mother go to I'm surprised he even knows what that is. Shut the F up. I hate her. I hate her. She is so annoying. She's racist, number one. She is privileged, and she is judgmental. It's disgusting. And Ariella and her family have been doing this since the beginning of the season. They are always saying slick stuff that they think people are not going to catch, and I'm certainly catching it every time, and I do not like her. Hate her. I don't like Ariella either, but I hate Ariel's mother with passion, because she thinks she can always say something slick out her mouth. And it's not that if somebody didn't know what ramen is, it would be like, whatever, so what, somebody doesn't know. But it's the manner in which she says things. Oh, I'm surprised he knows what that is, Ariel's mother gets on the plane, or they don't see her on the plane. They see her leaving, and Biniam's like, bye, Mom, love you. And Ariella's like, she is just bawling. This girl can't keep it together. And then her and Biniam are talking, and she's literally just having a breakdown the whole episode. That is it. It's Ariella having a breakdown, and Biniam saying, it's okay, it's gonna be alright, I love you, it's gonna be okay, we're here together. And she's just like, I don't know if I could do this, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I don't know if I'll be happy here. Oh, we're gonna be alone, and I just don't understand what to do. And Baby just keeps saying like, okay, don't leave me, just don't leave me. Don't leave me. So this is a hot mess. It really is. I just feel like Ariella did not think about the situation she put herself in early on, because I can understand someone being really sad in another country because they have to leave their whole family. But this is a big decision to make. And before you make this decision, you should have been a little more sure about it. The second your mother leaves, you like, oh, F it, forget it. I don't even want to be in Ethiopia no more. Forget it, I'm going back to America. I really don't think they're going to work out just because of all the differences they have, things they just don't talk about. Ariella has a problem with sweeping things under the rug. It's not Biniam, really, because she doesn't address the issues with him. That's the problem. And she has these problems. She thinks about them, and she's just like, forget it. And now I feel like all the problems, she was like, just forget about it. It's all right. We don't got to talk about that. Now they're all rushing at her, and now she's like, oh, shoot, do I even really want to be in Ethiopia? Do I really want to be here? She's like, I just feel like you don't really know me. It's this whole thing. They don't know each other that much. Like, didn't they only date for a little bit before she got pregnant? So it's a hot mess, and I feel like he really don't want her to leave, because he wants his baby there. I think he loves her, but I think he cares more, obviously, about his child leaving. Like, he wants his child to be there, so this is a bad situation, but I said from the beginning that I just don't think that they're going to work out, and I also think that Ariella is going to move back to America. But in this manner, it's a little effed up, honestly. Like, dang, yeah. She should have really thought about it. Because then this would have saved everyone trouble. She could have just said, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to move to Ethiopia. But doing all this is a mess. I feel like once she got off the plane, and I guess it was, whatever, one of the early episodes, and she saw that baby cut off his locks, I feel like then she just felt like she didn't know him. Which is very strange because it's just hair. Like, okay, if you cut your hair, that you're still the same person. But I just feel like from then she was just like, I just feel like it's a whole new person. And I just feel like from then she was unsure about the relationship, but she stayed anyway, and she was acting like everything was fine. But we see trailer from the next episode looking like she is going in, having an ultra breakdown. So we gonna see what happens. But she probably going back to America. Then it's Kenny and Armando. You know, they recently got engaged. Yay. My yay was dry. But they recently got engaged. And Kenny's two daughters are there, you know, for the engagement and everything. So Armando, Kenny, two daughters, they all go out to eat, you know, have a good time. Armando wants to take them to an authentic taco place so they can get some real Mexican food. Who wouldn't want to do that? So they get there, and Kenny's just like, I don't care how it looks, it just better be clean. Yeah, him and his obsession with cleanliness, which is nothing wrong with things being clean. But I just feel like he's judging Mexico, saying it's less clean. I don't know. These people come from America, they real judgmental, and they little like they getting on my nerves. They disgusting comments. And if he says this about everything, any place he goes, it would not bother me. But I feel like because he's in Mexico, he specifically wants to talk about cleanliness. So, he getting the side eye for sure. But they get there, they order their food. That's fine. Kenny has to use the bathroom. And his daughter's like, you gonna use the bathroom here? And I'm looking like, wow, why wouldn't you go to the bathroom? He go in. I'm not gonna lie, that bathroom was dirty. But Kenny's like, I've never seen a bathroom look like this ever. I've seen Indian bathrooms look like that. I've seen gas station bathrooms look like that. I've seen department store bathrooms that look that dirty, honestly, in several places. So, yeah, it's a thing. But he's just like, how am I supposed to flush the toilet? And he gets Armando, and Armando shows him it's this bucket, and he dips it in, and then you pour the water in the toilet. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I wouldn't be super judgmental like Kenny, because when Armando's like, yeah, you haven't done this, everybody does it. If he's showing, obviously, that this is something that people do a lot, if they didn't have a flushing toilet, I'm not gonna be out here like, oh, that's disgusting. Why would they do that? Like, okay, you'd be like, listen, y'all did that. It's not for me. I don't really want to stick my hand in the bucket. But thanks for showing me. Honestly, that would be the best way to go about it. But Kenny's just like, oh no, what is going on? Why would someone do this? Why would we do this? Yeah, I wouldn't stick my hand in the bucket either, but like I could just close the door and use the bathroom later. It's not that serious. So we see Kenny and Armando doing a interview, and Armando had me cracking up. He was like, Kenny, you never did that before? You never used a bucket? And he's like, no. He's like, not even when you was with your grandparents? You know, because you are kind of old. I was dying. Oh, that was hilarious. I couldn't. I was like, just play his life, why don't you? Because he just keep trying to comfort people. But that was hilarious because, you know, Kenny way older than Armando. But the biggest thing that happens when they are out, they are having a good time. They're eating their food. And Armando's feeling way more comfortable, like being affectionate with Kenny. They're like joking around, touching each other, looking cute. And when these guys are leaving, they're like, oh, bye. And they say F the F word, you know, the slur. And yeah, obviously this gets them upset. So Armando's like, did you hear them? To Kenny, like, they just said that to us in Spanish. And one of the daughters gets really upset. She's like crying. She wants to go fight them. Like, she don't want to fight, but she want to go say something to them. She is upset. Armando's upset. He's about to cry. Kenny's upset. It's really terrible. And these people are literal garbage. But now you see why Armando, you know, isn't so comfortable like being open and affectionate outside, because he doesn't want to deal with people being disgusting to him and Kenny for no reason. Also, he fears for his safety, which I said on other episodes, that you can tell he is afraid that something bad can happen to them. So when Kenny's daughter is like, oh, I want to say something to them, I want to say something to them, Armando's like, listen, no, I don't want nobody getting hurt. I don't want us getting hurt. because he knows it's a dangerous situation. It's better to just like let it go. He would prefer. But I understand her too. Like, I understand why she want to say something to them. Because if it was me, I'd want to say something to them and I would want to knock somebody out. But sometimes you gotta weigh, like, say something and knock somebody out to the danger level. And you gotta pick which one is better. So this obviously ruins the night. It's freaking trash. And Kenny's just like, that's okay. Don't give them none of your energy. They just want to rise out of us. That's what they want from us. So that's really it. And I feel like this is making Armando, he's going to go right back into this shell. And he is not going to want to be out and open and free like he should be able to. And he's instead just going to, close up a little bit outside because people are literal garbage dumpsters and they're disgusting. And they can't just be outside and be themselves without getting derogatory statements thrown at them. I'm gonna need people to not be trash, or for somebody to knock them out. Either one, and then maybe they'll learn, or they won't. But at least they got a beat down for it, right? That's actually it with them. Unfortunately, it ends not happy, and I'm just like, dang, y'all, the world always gotta be trash all the time, all the time. And I'm hoping that Kenny and Armando are gonna be happy when they pick up Armando's daughter and they go, start their life together. Then it's cheating Tim and Melyza. We know they're in Colombia. I forgot they was on the show, honestly. But we see them. Listen, y'all, this is my point about Melyza. She looks so bored and she do not want to be with Tim every time she on camera. They sit at the table and he's just like, I'm gonna go get a job and go to the employment agency, something like that. And she's like, all right, bye. And he pecks her on the lips and she just always looked like she is so disinterested in him. And I just feel like she knows this relationship isn't gonna work and it isn't for them, but she is staying in it. But girl, just let it go. So Tim calls a taxi and he's happy. He like, hey, I'm killing this Spanish. I got my taxi ordered. I'm going to the employment agency right? But the taxi pull up and it's a motorcycle. And he was like, oh no. He was about to get on it. He was contemplating it. And then he like, He tried to put the helmet on. He's about to get on a bike. He's like, you know what? Never mind. And I don't blame him. I would not be getting on a motorcycle taxi. Sounds dangerous. And he said he had never been on a motorcycle before. Yeah, I wouldn't be having my first motorcycle experience be a taxi. No, just sound dangerous. I need doors around me. So he doesn't do that. He gets another taxi, goes to employment agency. He's doing pretty well at speaking to her in Spanish, but she asks him to describe himself in 3 words, and he is blank. He don't know what to say. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for him. I had secondhand embarrassment. I'm like, oh, just answer. He's like, 3 words? I'm like, please, just say something. And he says finance. That's what I remember, in 1 other word. And I'm like, boy, you didn't even use 3 words. You used 2. But the lady let it go. And she's just basically like, look, for you to really be able to work in Colombia, you need to get married. That's going to be the easiest way. And Tim is like, ooh, that ain't going to happen. Because me and Melyza, that's not on our brain because I'm a cheater and trash. So what I'm gonna do? Yeah, basically this is just going downhill as it always is with them. Every episode is just like, just let it go. Just let it go back to America. Melyza, find you somebody that's gonna make you look happy and not like your life is being sucked out of you every time you're on camera. Cause that's what she deserves. Tim could just go find somebody. Maybe the lady he cheated with. Now let me stop. But honestly, that is it. They don't have much. That's why I think I be forgetting they on the show sometimes. Because that was it with them. Lastly, it's hot mess Yazan and Brittany. So of course they are hot mess as always. They're at dinner and Brittany is rehashing, telling us what happened that we didn't get to see, that wasn't recorded. They got into a huge argument because somebody from Yazan's family saw that Brittany posted a picture of her and Yazan on Instagram. She tagged Yazan, so they saw it. And they went through her page and they were like, oh my God, Brittany is naked on the gram. But she had a bikini and her butt was out and she looked good, I will say. She looked really cute. Her and her friend was sitting there in their bikinis. And they was upset about it, and I think they sent it to the other family members so they could see it. Just shady and trash. Just stop. Okay, y'all do know that she's not Muslim. She hasn't even converted to Islam yet. So I feel like it's not right to be judging her when you know that she doesn't come from your culture or your religion. And then she'd be like, look at her out there. Yeah, because she doesn't have the same culture or customs as you do or religion. So she was out there with a bikini on. Okay. Right, what? And maybe they're more upset that she left it on her Instagram now that they're dating, but she still has not converted to Islam. So I feel like they need to just stop snooping and let it go. And definitely not send it out to everybody. She had me cracking up because Yazan was like, yeah, this is not good, and they don't, want to see stuff like that, and I thought you were gonna get rid of it. And Brittany like, nah, I didn't tell you that. I didn't say I was gonna leave it. And she tell the camera like, look, I'm petty. They annoying. I'm gonna live my life. They don't control me, and I'm not gonna let them have power over me. I'm like, yes, because you do what you want. And if they think that they control everything that she does, they're gonna always try to do it. But it don't matter, because this gonna crumble and that gonna stay together. So whatever. But Brittany is like, listen, is gossiping part of Islam? I was like, girl, you was a hot mess. That was hilarious to me though. She like, they want to be judging me, but they gossiping about me. So, okay, what's right and what's wrong? But the biggest thing is Brittany tells us that when they had this big argument, Yazan was like, all right, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to marry you because of the picture situation. And then she was said to him like, F you insecure, you weak, you a piece of trash. Or she was cursing him out. Ooh. So they had a huge argument. Like they was about to break up. Yazan was like, F you, I won't be with you. And she was like, you weak, piece of trash. And still they together at dinner because they have a tumultuous, toxic relationship. And his family is toxic. His uncle's a nice guy, but the rest of them is toxic. So it's just like they are holding on to this, and I don't know why. And they just like, oh, I love you. And Yazan's like, it's not good that we keep fighting, but y'all still together and being foolish. And Brittany says to the camera, she's like, yeah, I don't think that he was trying to hurt me. And she tells him, you just don't take my feelings into consideration. No, girl, he said he didn't want to be with you. It's not that he didn't take your feelings into consideration. He don't care about you. Like, what? I need her to make that make sense. Yeah, he did take it. He took you into consideration. He said, I don't want you. But yet y'all still together at the dinner table. This episode, she also says, like, oh, Yazan's the best person I know. I'm like, yet again, girl, no, he not. Y'all don't belong together. He always trying to break up with you. Y'all argue, and it's a mess. Did she forget he was yelling at her in the car tomorrow? Shut up, all up on her face? Like, all they do is argue with each other. So him being the best person or him not wanting to hurt her feelings, in her mind she thinks that's true, but these are incorrect statements. What was funny is that Brittany asked Yazan to come back with her, and he's like, I can't do that, I can't. She's like, all right. Then she talks to the camera, has her little interview, and she's like, Yazan's family would not be happy, if they thought he had sex. She's like, so Yazan is a virgin. Yeah, she's so foolish. So if they watch the show, they gonna know you lying, girl. You should have just not said nothing. Nah, he's certainly not a virgin. And I said that the last episode we had those rose petals out, and he was like, I gotta go because I can't stay. I said, y'all, he coming back. Stop playing. He is coming back. I know he is. So, yeah, that had me cracking up that she would look at the camera and say he a virgin and just start smiling. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna lie because his family gonna be upset if they know. Yeah, that's basically it. But I also want to say, I think this is what's ridiculous. He's not supposed to have sex, and that's part of his religion. But he is. We know he is. Especially because of what she said. But he also wants Brittany to follow all these rules that have to do with Islam. But boy, you breaking rules. See, Trying to be strict and tell her she got all these things she got to do, and you doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing. That's why. Let her do what she want to do. But that's it, y'all, for my recap and review of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 13, Sticks and Stones. Y'all, these people are a mess. Ariel and Baby don't belong together. Is it gonna crumble? Yazan and Brittany, they're a toxic mess. It's gonna crumble. She and Tim and Melyza, a mess. Melyza looks unhappy. And the only people that's probably going to work are Armando and Kenny, even though Kenny needs to take that privilege and sit down with it and figure out how to stop saying things and being annoying. But that's it. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!